Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Ask Boxing Science. This video is sponsored by Saga Fitness, who are specialists in blood flow restriction training, and they provide smart wearable technology to perform BFR protocols. If you're wanting more information on the benefits of BFR training, visit the link in the description. And if you're wanting to get your hands on some Saga Fitness BFR cuffs, visit the link in the description for the Saga Fitness website. And also you can use a 10% discount code Boxing Science, save 10% discount on the upper, lower body, cuffs, or even grab yourself a bundle. So we've received a question, how to perform strength and conditioning in amateur boxing. This is something that's really important to us because the foundations of boxing science come from amateur boxing. Working with a lot of youth amateur, student boxers down at Sheffield City ABC, and also working within the regional squads and national squad training sessions. And we understand that at Boxing Science, we've got access to some fantastic kit and facilities, but we know that most amateur boxing clubs don't have access to this, and they need to find different ways on how to use and adapt the strength and conditioning protocols around their boxing training environment. And also youth amateurs that are going to school or college or work, they don't have the time to train twice a day like a professional athlete does. So they've got to integrate their strength and conditioning around their boxing technical sessions. Now, boxing technique is the most crucial factor to improving your boxing performance. So at Boxing Science, we don't want to be like, right, you're going to drop your boxing sessions from 5 times a week to 3 times a week to put in strength and conditioning. We're not going to do that. We're not going to take away from your boxing, but we're going to find different ways on how to integrate strength and conditioning into your technical training sessions, so you're not holding back on your boxing training, but you're able to start using some time around your technical training session to start using some boxing science training methods and some strength and conditioning protocols. And this is something that we're putting into our Boxing Science Youth Athlete Initiative, something that I'm going to mention later on in this video. So let's look at your session structure in an amateur boxing session. Let's look at this main part here. We've got the main session. This is something that we're not getting involved with. This is between 40 and 50 minutes long. Sometimes it can be longer, sometimes it can be shorter. You've got your technical work, pads, bags, and your sparring. We're not getting involved with that. What we want to get involved with is a warm-up in the circuit at the end. This is something that you see in all amateur boxing clubs. All athletes warm up. All athletes tend to do like a ton-up circuit or something like that at the end. Now, instead of just doing it like a generic warm-up or a generic circuit, you can actually start implementing some of the boxing science training methods in your technical session. So in the warm-up, which is just 10 minutes, you can do some movement and mobility training, working on hip, shoulder mobility, rotational mobility and glute strength, and working on them foundational movement patterns. These are important, especially for youth athletes to provide the foundations for future strength and conditioning programs. We've got plyometrics that can be used to potentiate an athlete to get them fired up, ready to go into their technical session, but also on a long-term perspective, you're improving an athlete's ability to produce force and absorb force and produce force quickly. And these can fit in nicely into your warm-up. You can do movement and mobility, making sure that you're stretching and making sure that you're loose and ready to go into your session. Then you've got your plyometrics to fire up, ready to make the most out of your technical work. So we've got a few different exercises that we're going to provide you in a short while. And then you've got your circuit at the end, which is typically anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes long. We've gone just for 10 minutes because we don't want to be taken away from your boxing training session. You've got 3 different types of circuits that you can put in there. You've got a core training circuit. Instead of just doing hundreds of sit-ups, working on the abs, we're going to be working more functional, working on the 4 pillars of core training, something that we put in a lot of our videos and online content. We've got a high intensity interval training circuit. Again, both of these are both body weight circuits, and the HIIT circuit is working towards getting up towards about 90% maximum heart rate, working in that red zone. So we're increasing and improving our high intensity performance. Very important for amateur boxing. Then we've got, for those that do have access to the limited kit, we've got a limited kit circuit, strength circuit. So instead of doing your full strength program, that could consist of like 45 minutes to an hour and a half's worth of work. You can just condense this into working on your 4 or 5 key pillars in a little strength circuit at the end, which only takes 10 minutes. So in this video now, we're going to be showing you exercises for the warm-up, exercises for the circuit, for core circuit, HIIT circuit, and also a strength circuit. our amateur boxing sessions. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be providing more information around amateur boxing. It's a key area, something that's close to our heart at Boxing Science, and a key thing that we're wanting to work on in 2022 is the Boxing Science Youth Athlete Initiative. The Youth Athlete Initiative is a project that provides free sports science services to youth athletes. We're wanting to have a huge impact on boxing, and to do this, wanting to focus on influencing the next generation of champions. We're wanting to provide strength and conditioning services and ideas to youth athletes so they can work on their athletic development alongside their technical development. And this comes through educating athletes and educating coaches on how to do stuff like this, being able to implement some of the strength conditioning methods. And we've been going around the country delivering these Youth Athlete Initiative workshops over the last few years. Obviously, we got paused and halted by the coronavirus, but now we're looking to do more workshops in 2022, working across a few different regions. First of all, doing testing to provide the athletes with a bit of feedback on their strengths and areas for improvement, but also to collect data so we can identify key areas that we need to improve on for strength and conditioning in youth boxing. And then we're going to be providing workshops on very, very practical based areas. So working on movement, mobility, working on plyometrics, and how to integrate some of the Boxing Science training methods with limited time and equipment and facilities. So take a look out for more updates on the Youth Athlete Initiative coming soon. And if you're wanting to get involved or want to know more information, just send me an email at dannywilson@boxingscience.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching, and make sure, if you haven't done already, hit the like button, subscribe, so you don't miss out on a future video of Boxing Science. Cheers guys, see you soon.